Oh, yeah. The mic is unmuted and it looks like it's working. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And we got a whole new setup. We got a green screen going. Isn't that fancy? Look at that, I'm in front of the game. Technology. Just gotta try not to ruin the facade. Ugh. Yeah, so we're back. We're gonna play Pokemon today. Because who doesn't love playing Pokemon? And the idea here is that we're gonna try and catch some shiny Pokemons. Now, I'm no expert at shiny hunting, but we're gonna give it a rip. Okay. I do have a few shiny Pokemon already that I just found naturally as I was playing. But as you can see to right here, yep. Those are the ones we're looking for. Because the goal here is we're going to be building ourselves a pink team. With all the shiny pink Pokemons. That's the goal. Okay? It was a challenge assigned to me by my girlfriend. She wants a pink Pokemon team. So we're going to catch a pink Pokemon team. And what better to have than Dratini evolve to a Dragonair and then stop? Because, as most of you probably already know, once you get past Dratini, you no longer have the pink theme, which I think is kind of sad. You end up... Where is he? Oh, there he was. You end up with that guy. He's green. Which is spooktacular for the Halloween season, but not very good for sitting on our pink team. Okay. Also got this guy. This guy was an event Pokemon. I don't know if you consider that pink or not. I don't. He's got pink accents, but isn't really a pink Pokemon. Let's see. What else do I have in here? Oh, I've got this guy. This guy belongs on our pink team. Just caught him recently. We have this guy, also pink, can belong on the team. So we've got a couple already, but we're looking for a few more to round out our team. And on the bottom is our goals. It's what we're looking for. We've also got this Mareep that can go on the team. So that's 3, and then there's 3 more down there. Now, if we can find one of these shinies today, I would be thrilled. Just one out of the 3. So gotta decide which is gonna be the easiest to find. And I don't know. I know where we can find Dratini off the top of my head, but whether or not it's going to be an easy hunt, I'm not sure. I've already found one in this save, so I feel like going for another is ambitious, but, you know. I mean, I guess if I've done it once, who's to say I can't do it again? And I do know that I can use sandwiches to my benefit now that I've finished the game. You can use the Herba Mystica, however that's pronounced, to boost your shiny odds. Okay, so see, look, we've got Dratinis here already. But the one problem I see with running this is that on the Switch 1, this lake runs like garbage. I mean, there's no selling that one any other way. It runs bad. So I wonder if we don't look somewhere else for either an Eevee or a Vaporeon. I'm thinking Eevee is going to be the easier hunt. So we can make a sandwich, boost our shiny odds for normal types, and find an Eevee and evolve. Oh, jeez. And I think that may be the best first play. How am I today? I'm here. I'm awake. I'm alive. I've been up since 4:30. I went and I swam this morning with my crew. And so I got a good workout in, and then came and dealt with some headaches getting this set up and running. I will not lie to you. The green screen fell over, like ripped out of the ceiling. I had trouble getting the video feeds to work, like both of them, like my face and then also the gameplay. So we dealt with some headaches, but we've got it. It's running. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it stays that way. So, I mean, all things considered, could be worse, but we've had some challenges today. Now, if I recall correctly, Eevee should be spawning right outside of this city, which, to my knowledge, makes it easy to hunt for because you can soft reset all the spawns in the area by crossing into a town. Like right now you can't see any Pokemon out there because you're in the town, so it doesn't spawn. So when I walk out into the West Province, now you should eventually see Pokemon spawning. Yep. Okay. And we have Eevees here. Perfect. So I think Eevee is a prime candidate to search for. We would just need to first make ourselves a sandwich that boosts our shiny and normal encounter power. And that will really help us with our odds. I also have finished the game, so I have the shiny charm, which also helps our odds. But I think it's still, like, with the sandwich level 3 and the shiny charm, you're still looking at like 1 in 640 some chance, which is substantially better than the 8,126 or whatever it is for just standard shiny encounters. But it's still like less than 0.25%, I think, is how that math works. So I'll pull up, I got a reference for how to make this sandwich. They're kind of nuts, how you make the sandwich. And I think I should have everything I need, if I remember right. So let's look for our normal type, what we can do. Oh, I have shiny Lucario out there too. I should probably heal my Dragapult, but we can do that next. So if we make a sandwich, we go into our creative mode, and we need 1 of the tomatoes, we need 1 of the onions, we need 1 of our green pepper, we need 1 hamburger, because everyone puts a hamburger. Hey, what the nuggets? Hey, you came for sandwich making. It is lunchtime. So join us as I make a sandwich. Why are you streaming while I'm streaming now because I'm not at work. I've been coaching swim, and so that takes place evenings, every evening. So I decided I wanted to play Pokemon. I wanted to stream. So we're streaming now. Don't worry, I'll eventually be back to normal evenings, but for at least a couple more weeks, I'm gonna be afternoons. Just until the season is over for us. We've got 3 more weeks, and it's gonna be fun. And then we need 2 servings of tofu. And you remember how I said I think I have everything? Well, I lied. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna go find tofu somewhere. And I wonder if I won't be able to find it at one of the stores in this town. We just might be able to. If not, quick travel is... it's fine. I'll admit, back in the day, as a kid, I don't know if I just skipped through all of the important dialogue, but I had zero clue that you could fly in the original Pokemon games. No idea. So, for the longest time, I was walking everywhere, and I thought, good God, this takes forever to get anywhere. Yeah, and it wasn't until later that I found out that, oh, hey, yeah, you can actually fly, and it makes it a lot less terrible to get anywhere. I mean, the same thing happened when I tried to play Skyrim. I walked all the way to a mountain, all the way up the mountain, and then they're like, oh, Swick, now that you're here, walk all the way back. And I just quit the game because I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then everyone I've talked to is just like, well, why didn't you fast travel? I'm like, do what now? And again, maybe it's just me skipping through text that I should have read, but I don't recall it telling me that there's fast travel. So, I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's not. But we are striking out on tofu. Is tofu one of those things that you find at one specific retailer and only in one specific location? Because it's kind of looking like it. It looks like we are going to get skunked. Alright. Refer to the all-knowing Google. Tofu Pokemon Scarlet. Tofu ingredients. Where can you buy tofu? Okay, we need to go to a town. I was right, it's in a very specific town. This one. At the supermarket in Levincia. Yep, okay. This is where we're going. Oh. So does anyone have a Switch 2 yet? I've seen gameplay of this game on a Switch 2 and it looks less bad and it kind of makes me want it. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Up at the lake, it looks like it just runs like you would expect it to run, and that's intriguing to me because right here I can't say it bothers me much. Are there some frame drops? Yeah, but it's playable. But up at the lake, when it starts spawning Pokemons, it is kind of bad. But I've seen clips of the the Switch 2 and it seems like it runs it well. Makes me kind of want it, but maybe for Christmas time. Alright. Perfect. We now have the tofu we need to go back here. I should really have a speed run clock going somewhere. Hit start. Give us an official time. Actually, I could start one on my phone. Just to see, indeed, how long it takes us. And maybe the whole stream will go and I will find nothing. It's entirely possible. But once I make this sandwich, I will hit the start button. And we will see. Unless we count making the sandwich as part of the run, but I don't think we do. Alright. Back to my sandwich guide. We need tomato, we need onions, we need green pepper, and the hamburger, because everyone puts hamburgers on their sandwiches. Like a sub sandwich needs a hamburger. I don't know why people haven't got on this train yet, but I think it needs to happen. Alright. Let's go 1 and 2. I believe that's all we need. Yep, we got 2 herbs, we got 2 tofu, we got tomato, onion, bell pepper, hamburger. Alright. Next, here we go. Now we get to try and build this right, which is going to be a little terrifying with those gigantic tofu nuggets. I won't lie to you. Oh boy. This is gonna be a big sandwich. Holy moly. I like that you get to play a mini game of like Tetris in this. Oh my gosh. There's like strategy involved in building a sandwich. If you ever have thought it. I don't like that it looks like it's wiggling. It's the leaning tower of sandwich and I feel like it's gonna fall over. It almost fell over. Whew. That was close. A little too close. Alright. We'll make sure it gives us the right powers and then we'll hit this timer. That is a gigantic sandwich, and I am here for it. Yes. Beautiful. Start the time. Alright. Yep, all done picnicking. Now there is a good chance that we just find a different shiny as we're looking, because there's quite a few normal types around this joint. But, to my knowledge, this is the best place to be finding Eevees. I say as we don't find any Eevees. Oh, there's one. And that is not a shiny. Shoot. Couldn't have been that easy though. So now's the fun. The RNG. Now it will be nice because the soft reset is so easy. Like, that's all it is. Normally, if you're out somewhere in the wild to soft reset, you gotta open up a picnic and everything, which is, it's not terrible, but I mean, just walking into the town and walking back out is so much nicer. And I wonder if there's a specific spot in here that's gonna be more prevalent to getting EVs. I've noticed that in this game that there are spots where the Pokemon spawn more frequently. Like, they all spawn in the area, but like there's pockets in there that like spawn one Pokemon much more frequently. So I wonder if there is one for Eevee. So there's a couple. And to my recollection, shiny Eevee is essentially just really pale and white. So it should stand out enough. But there is also a good chance that we find a different shiny too. And like, I'm not going to be upset if we find a different shiny. I really should know what a shiny Meowth in Persian looks like. I don't know if they're a different color. Or a shiny Jigglypuff. Is shiny Jigglypuff blue? I want to say it is, but I might be wrong. I do love the lighting glitches that happen. Just running around. Frame drops and lighting glitches. And you know, I find it funny. People's main complaints with especially this game was that, oh, it runs like garbage. And like, they're not wrong. But like, I don't know. As a Pokemon game, I quite enjoyed it. I don't know. I've been a Pokemon guy since the start. Everyone hates on the new stuff, but truthfully, I thought this one was alright, you know? And that might be a hot take. I think that Scarlet and Violet was a fine Pokemon game. I really do. Now, I will say I think my favorite is still... God, it's a toss-up. I either gotta say Heart Gold Soul Silver or Black and White. I think as of right now, I'm going to have to say Heart Gold Soul Silver is my personal favorite. Only because I've played it more. Just floating in the middle of nowhere. I've played Heart Gold Soul Silver a number of times. And Black and White, I have a copy of Black and White. Like an actual DS cartridge copy that I got on release, pre-ordered it, and I remember my mom driving to the GameStop in a snowstorm to get the copy. And I think she's still kind of mad about that, because we were like, oh my gosh, you need to go get it. And she's like, it's snowing, but she went and got it anyways. Me and my brother both pre-ordered. I got the black copy, he got the white copy. And I've only recently learned that there's like a sizable difference between the two. Like there's a tree in black, and then there's like a battle tower in white, I think, is the difference. Like there's like a whole section of the map is different, and I think that's kind of crazy. Like a lot of the other games, I don't think there was that substantial of a difference between the two. But I may also be wrong there too. So feel free to correct me on that. I do also like that this game, shiny hunting, is, I don't know, less of a grind in my mind, just because you run around and you look. You don't have to have an encounter every single time, but conversely, it might take... No, it probably doesn't. It probably is less time doing it this way, because when you're normal shiny hunting in a traditional game, it, like, every time you encounter a Pokemon, it rolls for shiny odds. So, like, it's always reset every single time, where this one, it rolls for shiny odds when it spawns. So, like, I mean, I guess if you walk past one, that would be the same as an encounter with that Pokemon, so I guess it's probably the same. That's not a shiny. Which one are we hunting for? We're hunting for Vaporeon, but through Eevee. So we're looking for shiny Eevee so that we can evolve to shiny Vaporeon. That's the idea. But with how many other Pokemon... Nope, that's the same color. With how many other Pokemon there are, there's a very good chance we find a shiny of a different one. And, like, I'm not gonna not catch a different color, but we are hunting for the Eevee specifically. I feel like I'm gonna do that a lot today, just like lean in, squinting, like, is that? Because, like, running by, it almost looked like that was a different color, but now that I'm stopped, that's white. And, like, the shadows there too, like, it almost looked like a different color. Because, is it gray, or is that the Alolan form that's gray? I don't remember. It's very possible that no, that's the right color, I think. This guy could also be a shiny here, and that's a pink Pokemon. I like how the standard form is like a different colored pig, and then the shiny form is a standard pink pig. I find that rather amusing. That the shiny special form is just the regular color of a pig. Domesticated pig, that is. I guess a wild pig would indeed be multiple colors. Brown, black, spotted, white. Oh, dearly. I will tell you, it's easier to hunt in mass outbreaks Just because with mass outbreaks you have such a high concentration of that one particular Pokemon. But to my recollection, looking on the map, we do not have a mass outbreak of Eevee. That would be clutch if we did, but I'm not seeing one. Tadbold. He might be a pink shiny. He's yellow. Don't know off the top of my head. Charcadet, no. What else we got? Purchase, we already have a shiny of him. So no mass outbreak, unfortunately. Love the lighting glitches. I really think this game's biggest downfall is the performance. And like personally, I got over it pretty quick. People scream all day long that a AAA title should not have this many problems, and I'm like, you're right. But I guess I also grew up playing. Is that? It does have different colors, doesn't it? Or is that the unevolved form? That must be the unevolved form next to it. I also grew up playing on really crappy computers. So crappy performance is kind of just what I've been used to. Like my first gaming PC was an HP work desktop with, I think it was a Core 2 Duo that I like cut up the case and shoved a Radeon HD 7770 in, which was like a 1 gigabyte budget card when it came out. And that was like, God, probably 10 years ago, if not more. As crazy as that is to say. So, I mean, I've been used to crappy performance, and I can play games that run like crap. So, maybe I was the perfect audience for this game. I also, Legend ZA just came out, and I haven't watched any gameplay of it, truthfully. I don't know if I just don't want to spoil it for myself or what, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it for the Switch one, because what I've heard is it doesn't run well, and like that would make sense, because this game didn't run all that well, and you're telling me they made a next iteration and you're expecting it to run better on the old hardware? Because let's be real, they probably built it for Switch 2. I don't know if that's being presumptuous or not, but if they knew next gen hardware was coming out, and I would be building the game for the next gen console as a game company. So I would guess that rumors are probably true that it doesn't run all that well. And I know that people have been mad about the textures in it, and again, screaming that it's a AAA game and it has like flat 2D textures, and I'm like, this game doesn't, but like really how much does it add? Like, yeah, I can see the depth right here if I stand and look like this, but how often does that happen? I mean, I don't think it happens hardly ever, if I'm being real. So it's like, were you just looking for something to nitpick? And I feel like the answer there is yes. What can you do? You know, with how many Pokemon there are spawning around here, just the sheer number of them, I'm kind of surprised that we have yet to see any shiny. You know? It kind of seems weird that not a single shiny yet, with all the spawns that are happening. And maybe I just don't know where or what color they are. Maybe I've walked past one. This is when you like editor would cut to a clip of me walking right past one. So it does like to spawn a singular Eevee right there. And I wonder if it'll keep spawning an Eevee right there if I go out and back in. Could we be so lucky? The answer is no. Rats. I feel like I need to look up what the shinies of the other ones are, just so that I'm aware. It's like we got a bunch of Persians and Meowths and... Oh, there's a Eevee. That's not shiny. Okay. If we look up... Shiny... Persian... Oh, lovely. Shiny Persian. There it is for you. Yeah, that's nice. That's not even a shiny. I'm sorry. Like that's a Persian with a tan. And not a very good tan at that. Shiny Jigglypuff. Oh, are you kidding me? It's just a little bit more pink. I guess that could count as our pink mon. But it's like, is that more pink? Don't know. Is that more pink? I don't know. That's great. It's good. It makes our job real easy. I'm just saying, like, that would suck to actually be actively shiny hunting. Like, how in the world could you know that that's a shiny or not? Like, who knows? Maybe this one is shiny. It's not. But it could have been. Here's another Eevee. I will tell you, we've seen a distinct lack of Eevees. Those three look to be the same pink. wonder if this is truly the best location. Oh, thank you. Yeah, not shiny. Could have been though. You know, it makes me wonder. Because we're seeing a lot of Persians. Let's see. If we pull up our Pokédex, which complete. And we go to Eevee. Actually, I can sort by A to Z. Let's see where we can find Eevee. Right where we are. And then in little pockets down there. Okay. Is that on the way up to the Pokemon League? You know what? Let's go there. Let's try that. My shiny power should be good for a while yet, to my knowledge. And we have very similar spawns. Tandemouse, Igglybuff. No Eevee though. No Eevee. But is that? No chance. Nope, standard tank. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm seeing no EVs at all here, which is weird. I love that it says it can spawn here and then doesn't. Yeah, negative on the EVs. Okay, so then I think the other place we were looking was right in here. If I recall correctly. Yeah, right by that river. Yep, right in here. So, let's see what we can find. The prevailing answer seems to be not an Eevee. Yep. I believe we're going to be heading back. We got no EVs. Okay. One of these times. It's a game of odds. Game of odds that right now we're losing, even though we've stacked it in our favor. And I'm sure I don't have the most efficient strategy either. The other unfortunate part is it takes so darn long to load all your Pokemon. Like, we could just walk out and have everything rendered, like, snappy. It'd be one thing, but boy, we don't get snappy rendering. Walk out. There's one. See, it is slow going. Shadow, I can't tell. Is it just because he's in the shadow? Or is he a shiny? Can't tell, unfortunately. Nah, I think it's just the same. The other option, I guess, would be to search specifically for a Vaporeon. It's an option. I don't know where a Vaporeon naturally spawns, because I guess the problem is if it's in the water, I wouldn't know how to reset the spawn rate. Did I get the tracksuit? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how I'd check that. I know I got this fit from the DLC with the flops. Does the tracksuit give us a shiny buff? It looks like a standard. Yeah, it's a standard one. That looks standard. Let's look here. Tracksuit. Huh. Okay. Well, we can get ourselves a tracksuit. then everyone's got to say he's a runner, she's a track star, or whatever that song is. I think it's code and password. Yep. If my battery runs out while plugged in, I'm gonna be a little peeved. STR. Uh-huh. I got a tracksuit. Alright. Now the question becomes, how do you put it on? Like, I don't know how you change the look of your dude. It's been so long since I've actually changed. Oh. Oh, good. Now we have Driftbloom and Dachshund. And did my sandwich power run out? Or are those normal type too? I mean, I guess those are probably normal type on Herbier. It's a normal dark. Did my sandwich run out? I've always wondered if there's a way to tell when your sandwich power runs out. Yeah, it's gotta have run out. That's a grass type. Well, shoot. Well, that's not good for us. Do you change it to Pokeportal? Or do you have to, like, change at your house or, like, a clothing store? That's seafood. A dress code? Those all look like restaurants. There's gotta be a clothing option somewhere, eh? No, that's cafe. That's not a thing. That's a cafe. That's a sub shop. I feel like there's two seafood places here. Dang. Not even by the sea. Left on the D-pad. Oh. Well, alright. sick. That is not what I thought they meant by tracksuit, but sure. Word. Oh, yeah, socks and sandals. That's a mood. Yes. Yes. Socks and sandals and the tracksuit. That is. Ah, that is good. That is good. Alright, we are going to see, now that our sandwich power's out, let's go directly to Vaporeon, see where we can find Vaporeon, if we can find Vaporeon. Nah, the code's great. It's a fit and a half. Alright, let's look. Oh, up by the lake. And down along that river through the mountain. Okay. Also in one random square there by the river. I love that it gives you such a big range. And like which is your best bet? Like I don't know. Let's go here and let's try this one square first. See what we do. So we're going pretty much straight north. Wrong buttons. Okay. There we go. Very nice. I love how we get into a battle and then the Voltorb just behind it just ends itself. Alright. Now, do you think? Love that. I think we're looking in the river, on the river, on the rocks above the water. Yeah, probably not the rocks up here. I had to make a guess. Oh, a bottle cap. That's sick. Is that my only bottle cap? Trying to remember where it puts it. Oh, I got Life Orb too. Heck yeah. Oh, I got 5 bottle caps. Cool. So a bottle cap is... I don't exactly know how to use it, but I know you can use it to max the IVs of a single stat of a Pokemon, I believe. So if you were like breeding a Pokemon for competitive play and you wanted it to have a specific IV set, you would be able to use that bottle cap to guarantee max IVs, I think, but only in one stat. So it's kind of, I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I've only just recently learned about it. I've been watching people play competitive battles, and it is a whole different world from just your casual play. Like, I knew about IVs and EVs. I knew, like, the concept of them, but genuinely I had no, like, real cares about them, maybe is the wrong word, but, like, I didn't think it was very important, but now that you watch, like, I watch competitive stuff, and it's like, they, like, fine-tune stats, particularly their speed stats, to like outspeed certain like IV Pokemon. So like you'll have a speed class from your base stat, and then you'll have your IVs for that speed stat, and then your EVs on top of that, and you can like really change how a Pokemon behaves. So it's like you could have a really fast Pokemon, like Dragapult is a stupid fast Pokemon. So like, yeah, speed, mine has speed of 215, and like you can like just dump IVs and EVs into that, like through breeding and training, and you can have a Dragapult that's faster by a good margin than the fastest, I guess a normal Dragapult. So then, like, if you're in a competitive play and you both have Dragapults and you've dumped all your IVs into speeds, like, you can have a first turn compared to your other competitor that's running the same Pokemon. And then there's natures and all that. Nice level on the what level? Oh, nice. Nice. I didn't even see that. That's funny. Yo, Armorers too. Nice. This is kind of a wild team. Like I don't know why I have this team in particular, truthfully. I was doing catching and like completing the decks, and this is kind of just what I have right now. Now, I will eventually want to go back to like the Pokemon League to see, like, if I can see what team I beat the Elite Four with, because like I remember having a really pretty solid team built up for that, and then once I started the DLC, the Indigo Mask thing, like I completely swapped up my team, and now I don't remember what team I had, which is kind of sad because it was, to my recollection, a very good team. But hopefully I can see that. Dratini. Hey, if we find a shiny Dratini too, that'd be great. That's on my list. For those looking, it's right here is the list that we want. Okay? That's what we're looking for. Shiny Dratini. Shiny I don't even know how to say Ribombee. And then shiny Vaporeon. Because we are building a pink Pokemon team, sort of like the Pink Pony Club, but Pokemons, and yeah. And we have a number of shiny pink Pokemon already, so we're on our way there, but we need more. And this is why shiny hunting the Dratini would suck, because boy, this lake area runs terribly. But I guess you could do... trying to remember. Is Dratini specifically a dragon type? Oh, yeah, no. The Dratini will evolve into a dragon heir. And then I believe that there is an item that can be held by a Pokemon that is not fully evolved that boosts its attack power, if I recall correctly. So then you can leave it as a dragon heir, being the cool pink noodle, and then hand it that item, and then it'll still have some pretty darn good stats with that item boost. To my recollection. Like, I don't know how I have this, though. I must have caught that in the DLC. A level 57 Pichu. That's nuts. And then a level 50 Dratini. You might want to have an Everstone, though, if you don't want it to evolve at all. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, Dratini is strictly a dragon type. Okay. I would say that works well, and we could have a shiny boosted encounter for that. But if I remember correctly, and I'm going to have to look it up right now in my boxes. I think for whatever reason, the little, this guy, I want to say he's also a dragon, but maybe I'm wrong. No, I was correct. He is also a dragon. Because why wouldn't he be a dragon? But we could give it a shot, because we have a bunch of Dratini in the area, and we could just set up picnics here and respawn. We would need to build a shiny boosted sandwich for dragon types. Let's try it. Oh, that's right. Okay, now let's picnic. I'll pull up my sandwich recipes again. Here we go. I want to make a sandwich. Dragon is avocado. I believe I have avocado. I do have avocado. We're good to go. I need one of these, one of these, one of these. I need one hamburger. I need 2 avocados. And then I am almost out of herbs, which is not good. That means I'm gonna have to do some 5-star raids, because that is the only way to get the herbs. Which stinks, because 5-star raids alone suck. Like, the AI that it puts with you is garbage. Particularly on their Pokemon choices and movesets, like, they're just not great. So it makes actually taking on a 5-star alone, like, more difficult than it probably should be. Holy cow, that's a lot of avocado. It's an expensive sandwich. And then everyone's favorite. Toss a hamburger on the top of that. Bam. Now we can see what we can get. Now I should also find out what a shiny Tatsugiri looks like, so that I know. Okay. Well, there's 3 different shiny Tatsugiris, so that's fun. But they seem to be less bright and colorful, the shinies, which is odd. So, if we see a weirdly dull Tatsugiri, it's probably a shiny. Oh, spicy. We did put the spicier Mystique on it, that's why. I'm like, why was it spicy? We put avocado on it. See, like, I don't know if that's the orange shiny one or if that's the orange regular one. You gotta be kidding me. Stop the timer. Stop the timer. There it is. There it is. First try. 53 minutes. And most of it was spent not finding the right. What is this? Alright. Alright. Oh, it's running like garbage. Why? First try. No, I don't want to cancel that. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, so W's in the chat. We got our shiny Dratini. Yeah, I think Goomy is also an option. Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. How did I find a shiny that easy? Great question. Because that was hilarious. Like, that was first try. So look, here's our team that we're building. We've got shiny here. We've got shiny here. I don't know if we're going to run both of these guys just because they're both electrics. Okay, so we've got shiny here. We've got shiny here. We've got shiny here. So now I gotta go here, and what we can do is we can mark him like that. Grayed out because we got him. Nice. Took about an hour the last time. Yeah, it's true. Although I was specifically hunting for one that time. This time I came to this spot and started the hunt for a different one, and first go found one, which is nuts. But I think if I remember correctly, Goomy's shiny is also pink. Let's find out. I'll update it on my thing here. Yeah, Goomy's like a yellowy pinky. Well, we got Dragon Encounter Power, so I mean, we may as well try for it. I mean, Somebody mark that down as a minute 17 for the shiny clip. Hey, maybe we'll find another shiny Dratini. Yellow was not one of the shinies, I don't think. It was like white, brown, and like orange, but a different orange question mark. I do love how this game runs out here. Whew. Struggling. Alright, this is Dragon Lake, to my knowledge, so we should be finding a few different dragon types. I don't think that one was the shiny variant. Yellow was not the shiny. I don't think either of those orange ones were the shinies, to my recollection. Yellow's not. Alright, pop up here. Oh, here we go. Now we can find Goonies. And Staraptor, is this Staraptor dragon? It might be. That's right, can't do it on a Pokemon. Now for those who don't know, we're setting up a picnic so that it resets the spawns. So when you pull up a picnic, I'm assuming for performance-wise, it has to despawn all the Pokemon around you. So then when you go out of a picnic, it respawns all the Pokemon. So it essentially resets the Pokemon and it re-rolls for shiny encounters. So that's how you soft reset everything without having to like leave the area and come back. Was that the orange one? I don't know. No. Okay, the shiny orange one is, it has orange and then light orange stripes. So for future reference. Lots of the Tatsugiri. Where's all my Goonies? I wonder if this isn't a very good spot to find them. Ooh, Altaria. Is that a pink one? That one might be a pink one. Let's find out. No, it's gold. So Staraptor must be a dragon type if he keeps spawning. And there's a bunch of Goomies. Very nice. No shinies. Well, hey, I said at the beginning of this, I'd be happy if we got one of them. And one of them we did get. So, I mean, great success there. If we could find a Goomy, that'd be phenomenal. It's not quite the same pink, but it is pink. And that would add a very good balance to the team building aspect. Because, like, a dragon type is generally a pretty strong offense. So, ideally, you would have something like that. I'm trying to remember stat-wise what a Vaporeon would get us. I don't know what the Vaporeon use case is, if it's more of an offensive. I know Vaporeon, at least recently, is not in the meta of competitive play, so stat-wise probably not S tier, but that's a-okay. That's not it. Still looking around in the water, just in case we get another shiny Dratini. Because technically that is 2 shiny Dratinis for this save file. Which is absolutely bonkers. I mean, in all the other Pokemon games I've ever played, I have not once found a shiny. And in this one I've found shinies like all the time. First shiny I found in this was a shiny Shinx, like right at the beginning of the game. It was kind of crazy. I had to like double check my eyeballs, because in all my years of playing Pokemon I had never once found myself a shiny until then, and I could hardly believe it. Wondering if this isn't the best location for Goomies. I almost wonder if up on that ridge might be better, because I feel like we'll eliminate the Tatsugiri spawns, which is fine. I'm not necessarily looking for a shiny one of those. So let's see if that theory is true. I think you're not a dragon type. Oh no, we'll still get the Tatsugiri spawns. But I wanna say Goomy should spawn up here. Yep. Nothing. Nothing. Maybe down there's a better spot. Let's look. Nope. think he was a dragon type, but maybe he is. Unless, of course, my sandwich power ran out again. Which it's not impossible, but it would seem weird that it would have already ran out. I would love to know if there's a way to check, like, what you still have for sandwich power. I don't know if there is a way to check that or not. But I feel like it would be a useful thing. Let's see if there is. Do a quick search. Come on now. Slow and press right on the D-pad. Oh. We're still good. Got another 15 minutes. There we go. Very good. Very good. I guess I probably should have looked at that other one. But I guess if we look, it's about half gone at 15 minutes. We probably did spend 30 minutes looking for the other one. So, probably did just run out. Like, no Goomy spawns this time. Nope, that's the not shiny orange one. Nope. There's some. Nope. That's the not shiny orange one. I always start running right away to look, but I gotta remember that it takes a second to spawn in, and that's a weird spawn for here. And I kind of feel like none of you are dragon types. But I guess it just boosts. With how that thing caught the sun, I thought it was the yellow I was looking for. He's coming for me. Love that you can just open up a menu and then they just phase right through you. It'd be cool to see a golden Altaria too. That would be sweet. I feel like gold is an underrated Pokemon color. And not like Pikachu yellow, I'm talking gold. Like, that'd be a cool color. Ooh, there's a pot of Goomies. See, and I like how you run through there. You look around, it's like, there's nothing. And then they spawn, like, later. Like, how long am I supposed to wait around before I click on the new, like, respawn? It's like, they pop up right away. No shinies, unfortunately, but... we got a bunch out there. No Goomies. Oh, we'll give it a second. We'll wait, we'll wait, we'll wait. Nothing. Alright. Let things spawn again. Some Goomies. No shiny. Sad. Now I wonder if just running up along this coast for more encounters is a better move, or if resetting by picnic is the better move. I don't have an answer. So, you know, in theory, if you just run up along this, you reset your encounters more often. But let's keep walking. Ooh, Magikarp is apparently gold in the shiny. Unfortunately, when it evolves into Gyarados, it is no longer gold, it becomes red. Which was like canonically the first shiny Pokemon, because there was the red Gyarados of the lake in Gen 2. That was like part of the story. But yeah, it's kind of like the Dragonite situation where the pre-forms are very nice, very pretty, like they're pink and beautiful, and then the last one's green, which is unfortunate, but to a less extent, like Gold Magikarp is sweet, and Red Gyarados is pretty cool, so it's like you can't be too terribly mad. A bunch bunch of these guys here. Maybe we'll catch a gold one of them. Not on our list, but still would be cool. I do find it funny in this generation, particularly the dragon types, because like it's essentially a sushi fish. Like it is a fish sitting on a rice thing. It's essentially sushi, but a Pokemon. And they're like, what Pokemon type should that be? And they're like, dragon. Okay, sure. Yeah. Sushi fish is a dragon. I mean, the Dondozo it evolves into is pretty cool. And they kind of have a really cool interplay between the two in doubles format. So, like, the meta in VGC currently, or at least was, I don't know if I'm outdated or not, but is to run a Dondozo and a Tatsugiri together, because when they're both out on the field, I think the Dondozo has the Commander ability or something like that, and the Tatsugiri actually jumps into the mouth of the Dondozo and then is like completely shielded from damage, which is kind of cool. There's some strategy to that. I feel like we haven't got much Goomies. As I say, as I walk up on a set of them. I think it'd be cool to eventually build a team to play in competitive VGC. So like it's a very different style than just like single battles, because VGC is doubles. Like that is just what it is. So it is kind of a different strategy altogether. So you want Pokemon that play together well, and you have moves that like otherwise you wouldn't use, like Helping Hand. Like I remember like reading the description of Helping Hand, like playing through just the campaign of Pokemon where 90% of what you do is a single battle. Reading Helping Hand and I'm like, that's a pointless move. Why would I ever use that? But then when you put it in the context of a double battle, it makes a lot more sense. Or like one of the strategies is right now is to use Indeedee as a Pokemon to set up Trick Room and then use the Follow Me, which I also read the description of and I'm like, that's stupid. Like why would you like use Follow Me to make sure all of the attacks land on that Pokemon? But if you think of it as like your sacrificial like damage taker so that you can use your much more powerful other Pokemon and avoid getting any damage on that, it kind of makes more sense. Wrong button. Oh yeah, I got it. How much time I got left? 2 minutes. Holy moly. We'll see if we can't sneak one more out of this. I don't think we will. With only 2 minutes, we'd have to get lucky, but I guess finding any shiny is getting lucky, so. Nope. No shiny, no shiny, no colors. Blue are the not shiny. Nope. Come on now. One minute. Nope. 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 More. Nope. Nope. That's a lot of Goomies right there. Unfortunate that none of them are shiny. No shiny power anymore. Yep, and there it is. Rats. Well, we did get one out of the deal, so I guess that's a heck of a lot better than none out of the deal. So, not the end of the world there. What I do know is that at this venture I have like next to no herbs left. The Herba Mystica, or so 5-star raids are, to my knowledge, the only way to get those. So maybe we'll try and do a 5-star raid here before I wrap it up. And hey, look, it's a 5-star raid. It is a normal type. That would mean I would want a ghost type because no. What's my chart? Which one's immune? No, I was right. I want a ghost type because normal types don't hit ghost. Yeah. Cool. Which I do have a rather powerful ghost type in. Nope, there it was. In my Annihilate. So we can swap him out. Okay. Let's see if we can't get this done. Although I don't think my moveset is very good with my Annihilate, which doesn't help. And I'm sure the EVs are all sorts of screwed up because I kind of just used it to defeat a bunch of Chansies and Bussies for experience points. So we'll see. I'm hoping sheer power of will is gonna get us through this one. What? I thought it was the other way around. Okay, well, it is what it is. And I forgot they don't have normal type moves. It is team you're given, it just, they're not great. I'm the only one doing damage here, and I really don't have a good moveset for this guy. I really don't, and I am very aware of it. So it's not great. Not great. Please do. Yes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Speed rose. Why did he get to go twice? That was probably loud. Whoops. Put that rose on the desk. Well, it's not lost yet, but I will say, unless my teammates start picking up some slack, good. Because I can't do much right now. Although that heal was good. Do appreciate that. Oh, good. It broke its stance. That's good. We might actually be able to take it. If you don't fall for the taunt again. Oh, come on now. Come on. Hey, it wasn't pretty, but we got it done. It was not pretty, but we got it done. I don't want to catch you. I just want the words. And did we get any? Did we get any? You're joking. Really? We didn't get any. Well, that's fun. That's fun. Well, all right. I tell you what. We've got a pretty solid team going. We have 2 electric types to choose from here. Okay. Pomo, Parachisu. Oh. Knocked my switch over. There we go. So we've got a couple. What else do we have here for our shiny team? That's not a shiny. I wish I could sort by shiny. So I don't remember. He's shiny, perfect. There's an option for our shiny team. I don't think you were shiny. Do I have a shiny Pidgeotto? I don't remember. No. Okay. Oh, there was the first shiny right there for you. Salamence, you are not shiny. I don't think any of you in here were shiny. No. Trying to remember. options. It kind of seems like we're a little biased towards electric type options. We've got 3 of them. Oh, wait. Hey, this one's a pink shiny. There we go. There's an option for the team. I think that might be it. Because you're not a pink option. I think that's it. Yep. That's it. So, we've got 6 options so far, with a couple more on the screen. I think Pink Vaporeon is definitely going to be added. And then Goomy, I think, is a good addition. A dual dragon core for that team sounds like a good play. But I think we're going to call that for now. I'm going to sign off and go get some lunch since I didn't eat before I started. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again live. We'll be looking for more pink mons, so tune in and see you next time.